Good morning. Did anybody have a hard time getting up this morning? Yeah, what was that all about? I think half of the people here are back home asleep still. Oh, this is body armor.
Yeah, you look so sexy in it.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing body armor? Why is it backwards? I think the body armor is backwards.
Yeah, well, no, actually, with the Affordable Care Act, I have some people coming into my office, and all they talk about is politics. So I decided I was going to buy one of these and put one of these on for when that happened. So I went to the Survivalist store. Yeah, I noticed that. Jan, would you turn that down a little bit, please? I went to the Survivalist store and found this. So. And if this doesn't work for Halloween, I can always put this on. So.
I think you need these both.
Yeah, probably should. I bought this and I showed this to my dog, and she thought it was just really, really cute. And I mean, she just kind of looked at me weird, and I went. She just loved it. So I've got to wear this for Halloween for her. We got new pens. Aren't those nice? I think we got them for the expo for next year, so you can't have any now. Thanks, guys.
Are you sure you want candy for Halloween?
Yeah. Halloween, flak jacket, and stupid hat. So. Okay. We do have a couple of patron saints, George Carlin and John Lennon.
Yay, George and John.
You know, I have to tell you, people from all over the world see me like this. Hi, everybody on YouTube. So, John Lennon, life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. Darn it. And George, some of these you've heard before, but there's other people that weren't here when I did them before, so they're new to them, so just laugh. So, okay. Atheism is a non-profit organization. So, by and large, language is a tool for concealing the truth. Yep. With the Affordable Care Act and everything, there's all kinds of people trying to get online, and there's all kinds of issues with that. And so if you do it yourself, make sure my name's finally on there. So go to select a broker and grab my name, so I'll be your broker. I'd appreciate it. Really would. Really would. We're not having a chili cook-off today. No. Darn. Do we know anything about that? Yes. And what's the deal? Sure. Is this too distracting for people to pay any attention to what I'm talking about? So, okay.
No, it's a welcome reprieve.
Are we on? Yes, we are on. Okay, sorry about that with the chili cook-off. We were just not prepared, and we ended up having to go out of town last weekend. So we decided to go ahead and cancel it till we can get more prepared. So we're going to set a date, and then what we're going to have is a sign-up sheet for those who want to participate. So we need to know who's going to bring chili, and so that we know we're going to have chili for this, because otherwise it was like hit or miss. Was anybody going to bring chili? There will be a little trophy given out to the winner, and all of us who participate, we're going to be the judges. We're going to be the tasters. So everybody will get a little, you can get a little cup of each chili and you can try it, and then we'll have cards so that you can put them in, a box. And yes?
There's this chili tasting event that I go to, and people just bring a muffin tin so that you can put all the little chilies in it, and that way you can keep track of
That's a good idea.
ones.
Yeah. Cute.
We bring our own muffin.
See, I love these ideas.
So I have to go through 2 muffin tins to have a meal?
Yeah. So there'll be more information on this next week when we get the date set, and I'll get a sign-up sheet sent out and all the details for it. Another thing is the Reiki Share. When we had our first little meeting, our first little get-together, a lot of us said that we were interested in doing it on Sundays after church. That was the best times. So far, it hasn't been real successful. I would like to try to get it, going a little bit stronger, so I'm open for any suggestions. I have it set right now for the first Sunday of every month, so it'll be easy for people to remember. I've also started an email group in my email address, my email thing. So if anybody is interested in getting put on that email address to get notifications of the Reiki Share and when it is and everything, please let me know, and I'll give you my email address. You can write it down for me and then just hand it to me. And then the other thing I had, just one more. Okay. Okay. I had this really brilliant thing that had come to me. Janice had sent me an email asking for me to send out an email to all of the healers that, Reiki students, healers that, I know, to do a healing on somebody, a long distance healing. So what I'd like to do is like the prayer warriors, I would like to start a healing group. And it's going to be called Healing Pyramid. So again, with this group that I'm setting up for emails, I would like to have anybody who's a healer who would like to join. When we get a prayer warrior request for a prayer that also is including any kind of healing, then I will send out the healing request to the healers. So those who aren't on the prayer warriors the healers will be able to get these requests and send the healing out. And I think as a group, as with the prayers, I think it's very powerful. And I think that it can make a huge difference with a lot of people who are suffering right now. So if you're interested, see me, give me your email addresses, and then we'll get you on the email. Thank you.
Thank you. Sounds like a pyramid scheme to me. Daylight savings time next Sunday. So let's see, we set the daylight clock back, so we gain an hour. So if you show up here an hour early, have a cup of coffee, listen to the music. Hey, do Qigong. What an idea. So, the Keurig thing's not working? Ooh, well, the coffee pot still works, so we can still do that. Oh, you know what? I see things. I do. I see people being really, really nice in the morning. I really do. New people that come in are greeted, not overwhelmed, but greeted, say hi. That's really nice, thank you. And then afterwards, people just kind of, in regular church, in about 5 minutes, the place is empty. We have to close the doors to get everybody out of here. So that's just wonderful. And volunteers, thank you so much for volunteers. Anybody know, where's Lori? You. Not only is she a volunteer, anytime you see food, beverage, or utensils, or anything involved with that kitchen back there, thank her. Thank her. She's also a board member, too. That's good. Okay. Grandfather was delivering his grandchildren to their home one day when a fire truck zoomed by. Sitting in the front seat of the fire truck was a Dalmatian dog. The children started discussing the dog's duties. They used them to keep crowds back, said one child. No, said another. He's just good luck. A third child brought the argument to a close, and I'm sure you know where this one's going. They used the dog, she said firmly, to find the fire hydrants. That's what they're for. Doggone it. Doggone it. Sunday school teacher asked her class, that's not it. A police recruit was asked during the exam, what would you do if you had to arrest your own mother? He answered, call for backup. Yep. And just to say that I always do something that gets me in trouble. Here's my getting in trouble thing. So, I just talked to a guy that works from his home in northern Minnesota, near the Canadian border. He said that since early this morning, the snow is nearly waist high and it's still falling. The temperature is dropping and is now about 15 degrees. And the north wind is increasing to near gale force. His wife has done nothing but look through the kitchen window and just stare. He said if it got much worse, he might have to let her in. Like I said, at least one to get me in trouble. Things to make you go, Wait for the wisest of all counselors. Time. That was Pericles in 495 BC. Dang, they were smart back then. A great flame follows a little spark. Dante. Ooh, I thought this one was interesting. Dramatic changes in English life resulted from a successful invasion of the island by Norman warriors in the 11th century. Norman ladies turned up their noses at the simple Anglo-Saxon clothing and produced an elaborate outer garment, which they called a skirt. The conquered people, awed by the fancy gear, noticed that a fringe of houses clustered outside town walls was similar to a skirt surrounding a woman's feet. Soon it was customary to speak of a city's edge as its skirt. Naturally, one who wished to indicate a house or an inn located at the extreme outer border of the community described it as being in the outskirts. Now you know. The song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was created in 1939 in Chicago as a Christmas promotion for the Montgomery Ward department store. Everybody remember Monkey Wards? I liked Montgomery Wards. That's too bad. The lyrics were written as a poem by Robert May and weren't set to music until 1949. Gene Autry recorded the hit song in 1949. So, yes? Ah, interesting. Not a great move on his part. Oh yeah. Bing Crosby was offered the opportunity to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer before Gene Autry. So, cool. We all have the freedom of choice and free speech, but not of consequences. Yep. A cowboy named Fred. A drunken cowboy laid sprawled across 3 entire seats in the posh Amarillo Theater. When the usher came by, he whispered to the cowboy, "Sorry, sir, but you're only allowed 1 seat." The cowboy groaned, but didn't budge. The usher became more impatient. "Sir, if you don't get up from here, I'm going to have to call the manager." Once again, the cowboy just groaned. The usher marched briskly back up the aisle, and in a moment he returned with the manager. Together, the two of them tried repeatedly to move the cowboy, but with no success. Finally, they summoned the police. The Texas Ranger surveyed. Anybody seen a Texas Ranger? They really can be intimidating. The Texas Ranger, they're all law by themselves if you've never really been in Texas or know anything about it. So it's really kind of interesting. Texas Ranger surveyed the situation briefly and then asked, "All right, buddy, what's your name?" "Fred," the cowboy moaned. "Where are you from, Fred?" asked the ranger. With terrible pain in his voice and without moving a muscle, Fred replied, "The balcony." Oops. Oops. See, you never judge people. You never know what's going on. Oh, rude.